you clicking this video, it just means one thing. It just means that you like Hamebo. But anyways, you're here, so let's get into it. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. It's your girl OJ, and if this is the first time here, you're very much welcome. I don't know why this is your first video, but please subscribe and check out other of my videos. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. Now let's get into it. So okay, this is a story time. I have wanted to tell this story, but I have been shifting it, and this afternoon, it was not even part of the videos I'm supposed to film this afternoon, but I'm just like, let's get it out of the way. Okay, so before this story you're looking for, there are two other stories about my crazy experience in NYSC camp. So we're just going to start from the first and work our way down. Okay, and if that sounds like something that you're interested in, keep watching. All right, so I'm going to start from the very first day of NYSC camp. So NYSC camp was not welcoming to me. Let me guys tell you the truth. Based on all the stories I had heard, I was really scared going to camp. Like, I was so scared. But like on the day of going to camp, I just made up my mind, like, it's 3 weeks, you know, 3 weeks would definitely come to an end. So I was like, let's go. So I got to camp, everything was already welcoming. The only thing that I was pissed off for was the COVID test, because it was freaking painful. So I got to camp. I'd already moved from the gate. I was about to go and start the main registration. If you've gone to NYSC camp, you know, like, the main registration is now where you get your platoon, where you get your state code and all of that. So, you know, I got to my room. I was the first person, like one of the first people to pick bed, so I had, you know, enough to choose from. And yeah, so it was time for registration. And the way they designed the hall, or the way they arranged the hall, if you ever watched my NYSC experience, you know, click the link either in my description or on the screen. So the way they arranged the hall was by region. So there was southeast, southwest, north, and all of that. Even people that schooled abroad, there's a segment for you. So because I schooled in Ibadan, I went for the southwest. So I got there and there was this woman looking very mean, and I'm like, you know what, I don't want to be here as much as you don't want to be here, because it obviously looks like you don't want to be here. So I just made up my mind that there are mean people like this generally in this NYSC camp. You give somebody small power, they take it out of their head. So I made up my mind, and then I went to sit down, and then she was like, your documents. I was like, good afternoon, ma. I agree, I'm a good child. They did not raise me to be talking cha. I'm a good child. She was like, your documents. I was like, ma, what document? She was like, can't you see my back? In fact, leave my front, get out. Go back and arrange your documents. I'll just give her. I left her front. I was just like, hey, God, you know I don't want to be in this face. I don't know why this one is talking. Like, I do not offend you. I get it. You don't want to be here. I don't want to be here either. So can we just come to like a middle ground? Do you get? This man not grill. So I went, I arranged the document according to how they printed it and stuff. And then I went to go and give her. She was not checking. I was just like, let's just get this over with. Next thing, she said I should come. I came. She was like, what date of graduation is on my call-up letter? I think it was reading 24th September or something. And what date was on my certificate? My statement of result, not my main certificate, my statement of result. And it was reading 16 December. She was like, so which one is your graduation day? I'm like, it's 16 December. She was like, so why is it not your call-up letter? I'm like, the registration took place differently. This woman just threw the paper on my face. Hey! God, that's, what do I mean? Saying that I should go back to my school. I had to be like, ma, I'm in Nasarawa State. I live in Abuja. My school is in Ibadan. Where do you want me to start from? Like, where do you want me to start from? She was like, it's not her business. I should call my school. I should go back to my school. But they will not register me until I rectify the date. Everything can come to my mind, like, I forced myself to come here. I had serious anxiety coming here. How do I want to start making up my mind again? If you've been following me, you guys know that I did my registration since March, and then I didn't go for stream 1. So imagine all that mental preparation. And for me, if I don't prepare myself mentally, it's not going to work. I'm like, imagine now not going to camp this time. So I called my school. My school was doing me shakara. If you go to Lit City, you know, if you are a Lit City person, just say hi in the comments. You know the vibes. They will do you shakara, shakara, shakara. Eventually answered me after my sister posed to be my mom and everything. Answered me and said they'll get it rectified. But NYC in my camp, the NYC officials were not registering me, meaning I could not wear white and white, meaning I could not do anything, meaning I could not leave camp. Because how do I even want to navigate leaving camp, right? Great. So I went back to the hostel, and like the crybaby I am, I started crying. I started crying, and you know, I posted it on my Instagram story. If you were on my Instagram story, this is not a new story to you. So I started crying because I was pissed. I'm like, what's all this rubbish? Do you get? And I called my friends that were in the same district that were going to camp that day. I was like, this is what's going on. And she was like, the heart is the same issue she's having, but let her get to camp first because she was still on her way. For this girl to come in 2 hours later, her camp was not giving her any issues. She had registered, she has gotten into her room, she has changed to white and white, they had given her ID card. Me, I was still hovering around camp by 6 p.m. and I got to camp around 11 a.m. I was so mad, like I was so pissed. So someone else came to meet me in the hostel, and she was like, I should just dress up, let's go out, let's see what's the worst that can happen. So I went back out, and then I realized that it wasn't just me. A whole lot of people were having the same issues and they were not registering us. So we went, and then we went to sleep. So on going to sleep, right, something else happened that night, but that's the second story. So let me just finish the story. Going to sleep, I thought I was not going to register. I was not going to do anything the next day in the morning. Asha soldiers had other plans for me. That's how this soldier just came in the morning, and then she was like, stand up, stand up, stand up. Why are you sitting? Stand up. I'm like, I've not done my registration. Do I care? Stand up. We're going for. Hey, Jesus. That's how I went. We jogged, we did devotion and everything. Then I had to change to mufti because I have not finished my registration. And then in camp, if you're not wearing white and white and you're wearing mufti, the people that are wearing white and white will look at you like shit. Do you get? So we just sat down. Next thing we knew was DG and Director General of NYSC came to our camp, and was, you know, trying to with cameras and everything, greeting everybody. So he came, he now met me. I didn't even know. He just tapped me and turned. I didn't even know Director General is, because what concerned me? I'm like, good afternoon, sir. And then one woman just tapped me from the back. Stand up, stand up, stand up. These children, they don't have respect. You see your head, I are still sitting out to greet. Do you know what I have been through? Do you know what I have been through? You don't. Shasha, they shouted. He now asked why were we so much that we're sitting there. So they told him the issue, and you know, they allowed us to register on the condition that we would get a letter from our school rectifying the whole graduation issue before we left camp. Well, your girl redeployed, and I did not do anything, so that's their business. So that was the whole drama that revolved around me registering. It was a very, very crazy day. Okay, so this gist is very short, but it demoralized me. It still happened the day that I did not register early. It happened that day. So after I realized I was not going to register, all the officials had gone back to their quarters and everything, I went to my room. So I already made a friend, Rookie, if you're watching this video, hi. I've already made a friend, Rookie. We were together, and then we're like, she said she wanted to go and get some stuff from Mami Market, and then, you know, we walked to Mami Market, and then I was looking for somewhere to eat because I had not eaten all day. And I ordered Indomie, big girl, Indomie and chicken. First day of camp, oh, look at me. I finished eating, right? And then I was now looking for my wallet, my purse, so that I removed the cash because I had cash to pay her. I checked my bag. I did not see my purse. I checked, like, I first touched it from outside. I didn't see my purse. Okay, let's back it up. You know, I've had a stressful day. Maybe I just didn't search well. Abi, I checked again. I did not see the purse. I zipped the bag. I took my hand inside. My purse was not in my bag. My purse was not in my bag. There was about 6,000 naira in my purse, my ATM card, my 24 passports of that I used like 2K on. Like everything was in the purse. So I was like, maybe it fell. So walking back from mommy, now I was like, maybe I left it in my hostel on my bed or something. So walking back from mommy, I walked back to my hostel. I didn't see my purse. I walked back to mommy. I didn't see my purse. I didn't see my money. I didn't see my ATM card. Nothing. You know when you've cried the whole day, right? I just sat down and I started laughing. Everybody in the room, because we're only like 6 in the room then. The room was not here 4. Everybody in the room was just looking at me because they knew what was looking for. I just busted into laughter. Like, where do I want to start from? I was not talking with my mom on WhatsApp, and my mom was just scolding me on WhatsApp. This, that, they are careless. What was it? I'm like, this is the last thing I really want to hear this night. I laughed, I blocked my card, and I went to sleep. So the third story, let me tell you guys, NYSC camp showed me Pepe. The third story, so anytime, if I'm walking early in the mornings, right? If I'm walking from the hostel to the parade ground for devotion, I always do my devotion like by myself, even if I'm with everybody. So my AirPods are in my ear, and my AirPods are in my ear, and I'm praying, like walking down. So I leave my hostel early, so I have time, so that nobody chases me, and I walk down and everything. So that day, after praying, I was reading a novel. So I was like, oh, this is the novel I'll just read throughout the day, right? There's no need for me to play music. So I closed my AirPods and I put it in my bag. So I was reading the novel throughout the whole day. Like I didn't even enter. Once I left my room in the morning, I didn't enter my room again in the night after socials. So, and during socials, like the dry drama and dance that they used to do, I was sitting down, like I want to play my music. I finished my book. And that's how I touched my bag. There was no AirPods. I took my hand in my bag. There was no AirPods. Ladies and gentlemen, they stole from me the second time. I was just like, what the hell is happening? Everybody, all my friends are telling me to calm down when I check on my bed, when I go back to the hostel. I'm like, I've not been to the hostel today. They're like, I should still check. I got there, obviously it wasn't there. They stole from me again. At this point, I was like, maybe I'm actually careless. This was the second week of camp. I was like, maybe I'm actually careless. It pained me, like I was so pained. Jesus, people stole my ATM. You stole my money. Now my AirPods. And the funny thing was, my ATM never ever turned up. Like it never turned up. It really pained me. But that's it. Now to the story all I've been waiting for. Hold on. Now to the story you all have been waiting for, of how I had a crush in camp. I'll not say fall in love, because how many weeks was it? You just had a crush in camp. So yeah, people always said, oh, you get married in camp, you find somebody you like in camp, you find guy in camp and all of that, right? I'm always like, it's just 3 weeks. Which one is you find somebody? I better get out. So I go to camp. I got to camp, and camp was going nice, going good. And then there was this guy, right? At first, I was dodging any guy that comes and talk to me. I don't have strength. Like, especially the ones that will come and talk rubbish. I'll just laugh, like literally laugh and walk out. So this one, I'm trying to remove important details. So even if this person should watch this video, he will not know it's him. But I feel like he already knows the one. But anyways, so moving on, we're in camp, and I met this guy. We started talking. We're all like in the same friendship groups. If you go to camp, you know that there's a whole friendship group. So we're like in the same group and everything. So we're always talking. We'll talk. So I think the first day we sat down, we talked at length, like really. Even found out, different things that we had in common. We talk very, very, very long length. And then, we started being really close. he would get me chair for socials. I would ask him if he had chair. If he didn't, then I'll tell him where to get, or he will come and meet me where there was, and we'll take together and stuff. During all that Said lecture, we would sit down together. We almost even picked the same skill for Said, because you know, we wanted to like sit down together and not be bored. We would spend time together. And me, it didn't really used to hard me to catch feelings like that. So a babe started catching. Okay. So we're together hanging out. I remember someone in our group was even asked him, and he told me, like, did we have a thing? I'm like, because left both of us were just friends. I'm like, we don't have a thing. Like, well, which thing? Thing where? We don't have anything, you know. There's no thing anywhere. You know how you act cutie. I'm like, why would she say that? They're like, because of the way we're really close. I'm like, we don't have a thing, you know. So there were even some conversations you have, then you know that maybe, you know, maybe there's light at the end of the tunnel. So flirting and all of that. And then one day, as usual, I'm waiting for my party to come and sit. And next thing I heard is, you guys, I'm going to sit with my friend. I thought I'm the only friend. So where are you going to sit? It's like, don't worry. I'm like, where are you going to? So who will sit down with me? Did you get? She was like, don't worry, I'll see this person. I'm like, okay, no problem. And you guys, that was the beginning of my heartbreak. From going to sit down with friend now one time, and I'll see you in the evening they didn't see me, next day they didn't see me. We only started seeing like when it was all of us. And yeah, I was literally dumped in camp. But I think he would know he's the one if he watches the video. But pretty much that was really what happened. This is this whole story time. I really hope it was interesting. I really had fun telling it. But yeah, pretty much, if you enjoyed this video, if you want more story time, let me know. Shout out to Emono for this video idea. I hope you enjoyed. You asked for it, so I hope you enjoyed the story time, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.